What challenges do women face when the father doesn't want the baby?
And I think the biggest challenge you face is having to raise that child by yourself, right? Play the role of both the mom and the dad. But before you even get there, you face the challenge of, do I actually want to go through with this, right? You have a man that's literally stated that he doesn't want to be there. You know that if you have that child, you're signing up for a life of struggle to a certain degree. You got to figure it out. You're going to have to get through stuff yourself, take care of everything yourself, pay for child care yourself. Kids are expensive. And if you're not having a parent help you out and you can't force them, like some women don't necessarily want to go the route of getting child support, or let's say the man doesn't have a job or doesn't have a job on the books, then you can't get child support. You could just put them in jail. It just doesn't help. You're signing up for just a life of struggle, honestly. And even if you and your child make it through that, your child is also still going to have some trauma from only having one parent around.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the initial. I think I'd be worried about the initial reaction. I mean, it really depends on the relationship when a woman gets pregnant, where she's currently at in life, whether they're in a relationship or not. I think the reaction of telling a guy that you're pregnant that y'all didn't. So you just never know. If you haven't talked with him about it, you don't know how he's going to react. And I think that would be like the first thing that would make me nervous.
Yeah. I think the support of the parent, just that lack of support, the lack of making the best decision for that child, so much responsibility on yourself. Like they say, it takes a village, but I think the absence of a father is just huge. That's something that's needed in a child's life. So I think it would cause a lot of stress on the mother, especially if she's the only one raising that child. Like, no other family members. She might just be the only person. It just seems like too much stress just to start out with. And, whether it's a boy or a girl, like if it's a boy that doesn't have his father, that's an issue. A girl who doesn't have her father, that's an issue. So it's just so many things that factor in with the absence of a father, especially if there's no one else to step in.
All right. Any gentlemen want to chime in on that question?
Part of the reason why I don't have kids yet is because of that reason. I have a trust issue with trusting another man to be around. My dad wasn't around, like, I think I was 6 years old, and then he came back around when I was like 26 or something like that. So I kind of grew up with a resentment, like, what I'm not about to do is end up with somebody that I'm not with or can't deal with or don't even communicate with. So it was like, and my grandmother always told me, if you can't see yourself with that guy for the rest of your life, I don't care how many times he tell you, I love you, don't have nobody's kids. So that's how I got through college and everything, is making sure.
Chanel, weren't you married though?
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't trust your ex-husband enough to have a baby with him?
Well, he was an alcoholic. I wanted to, but I have a childhood trauma from alcoholism. So, watching my uncle and my family fighting, coming home, busted lips, drunk, falling in the house, burning the house down, trying to cook while you're drunk. I grew up around that. So I was afraid of bringing a kid around that when I was already dealing with it with him. So it was kind of like, let me and him get situated first. Like, I can't bring a kid in this right now because dude needs to slow down on the drinking. He needs to go to therapy. Like, that's what I was thinking. And it just happened by the time I had a divorce, we didn't get there. And I didn't stop taking birth control because that's what I was afraid of. He wanted him. He wanted him for sure. Like, that's why we moved so fast, because he was trying to meet my standards. I don't want to get pregnant unless I'm married. I want to finish grad school before I have my wedding. I don't want to go to the courthouse. I want to have a big wedding. So he made sure I let it was up to him to go to the courthouse the next day. But, you know, he patiently waited because he wanted to have kids. But by that time, I had learned so much about him and the issue that I was going to have, knowing that I was going to go into a marriage with this issue. It was just kind of like, I can't bring no kid in a situation like that. And then after that, it was just kind of like a culture shock. You know, I got into the dating world and, you know, dudes started asking chicks for money and stuff. And it was like, what the heck? I was slapped with a whole lot of reality. So it was like, I ain't have somebody's kids out here. So I'm still open to it, you know, but I had a reality check when I got in marriage. So.
Yeah, so you would have kids one day, just you have to have the right person to have them with.
Yeah. It only happened to me one time and I had to make a decision. It's because I wanted to finish college. And, you know, that's another thing. You know, I didn't want to make that mistake again either at the wrong time. So I pretty much managed my birth control my entire life. From the time my mom found out that I lost my virginity and put me on birth control, I never missed a pill besides one time. And that's the one time I got, you know, pregnant. But other than that, yeah, it was. And I think sometimes it's me trying to make a perfect life, trying to, you know, wait. Because some of my friends will say, like, you're never going to get the perfect time to have a kid. But, you know, it's just, I've always saw myself that if I was going to have one, we're going to be on the same page. You know, we're going to be traveled a couple times. Like, that's my best friend. And a lot of reality is kicking in, and I just can't see myself having kids with the guys that I've met in my past.
Yeah, a wise man once said that the perfect time is now. So Chanel, go ahead and let that man shoot that club up.
God.
Biz, wait a minute, Biz. How many kids do you have?
I don't know.
I got one.
How old is your kid?
Oh.
You say how old?
Yes.
15.
You plan on shooting up the club anytime soon?
I do.
Oh, well, if not now, then when?
Well, we just moved, so
Okay. So don't be trying to push Chanel to have. Don't be trying to push her to do it, and you're not ready.
I know.
Yeah. You know what it is, Kelly, you know what it is though. Tonight, me and Viz feel like we're gonna get the opportunity to talk tonight without being shut down, cut off, criticized, insulted, or taking shots. I think it's gonna be a safe night for us. Because I think we must be a
nice. I'm being nice.
No. That's what I'm saying. I said tonight's gonna be a good night for me and Viz. I don't feel like shots gonna be taken at us too. Not too many. it may be a few from Chanel, but you know she'll hold them fine. But you know, I think we're gonna be all right. Other than that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a easy panel tonight.
Yeah,
it's safe. It's a safe place.